Hey folks, Rick here from Arbeck & Safety LLC. In today's video, I will be comparing the standard Glock trigger versus the Glock Performance trigger versus the Walther PDP standard trigger. So first and foremost, obviously, when it comes to trigger press, it is a very subjective topic. So take my experience with a grain of salt. All right, guys. So here we have a Glock 45. This is a Glock 45 with the standard Glock trigger. So just like most Glock trigger, there's some slight resistance during that slack. Once you take up that slack, you're gonna hit that definite wall. And in that wall, there is some movement before it finally breaks. Here's the reset. Okay. There's some play in the trigger, so you can see it here before it breaks. Reset. All right. So standard Glock trigger, I've gotten used to it, so it doesn't really matter to me. Now we're gonna be taking a look at another Glock 45. However, this one has the performance trigger installed in it. So the take up on this one is slightly less pressure than the standard Glock trigger. Take up to the wall. Once you reach the wall, press, press, press. And it's a clean break. There's no stacking like the standard Glock trigger. Here's the reset. Okay, here's the wall. Again, clean break. Reset. Press, press, press. So there is no stacking, no play. Let's compare that to the Walther PDP standard trigger. Both these triggers, the Glock Performance trigger and the PDP triggers, are actually very similar. So to take up the slack, there is some resistance. Once you hit that wall, press, press, press. There is no stacking, no play. Here's the reset. There you go. Here's the reset. There is a little play. You can see, here's the wall. Here's the reset. Here's the wall. A little play right there before the break. All right, so overall, I think the Glock Performance trigger is probably the best trigger out of all three. Now, my experience when it comes to aftermarket trigger is pretty limited. The only aftermarket trigger or third-party trigger that I have tried was actually the Glock Timney trigger, and that failed miserably on me after about 500 rounds. It was causing a light strike in the ammo, so I stopped using that one. So the verdict remained to be determined with the Glock Performance trigger as far as reliability. I've only put about 300 rounds through this trigger so far, and so far it's been been flawless. So I have to get up to somewhere in 500-600 rounds to see if it's gonna have any issues or not. But I like it so far. I enjoy it very much. I actually like it a lot more than PDP. I think this trigger has outperformed the PDP trigger, which is well known to be probably one of the best striker fire trigger out there. All right, folks, have a good night. Take care.